topic now we have is called the blockchain at the Beltine doing Atlanta Blockchain Week, and we have Angeleen Wilson, who is the director of the Georgia Blockchain Coalition.
Hello, happy to be here. Hello,
Hello,
Michelle.
Angeleen. How are you?
Good. Just gearing up, as you mentioned, Atlanta Blockchain Week. Getting ready for you to be there as well.
I'm super excited about it. I mean, I really love the community in Atlanta. But before we jump into that, I just wanted you to let us know who you are, what's your story, and how do you come about organizing Atlanta Blockchain Week and also being a director of the Georgia Blockchain Coalition.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great question to ask myself. No, I am a developer. I had 15 years experience in radio and TV. Went on to data analytics and got into development, which I now am a developer in blockchain in Bear in St. Louis. Work from home, yay. Still live in Atlanta. And what I learned when I sort of put myself out there to, I won't say reinvent myself, but reimagine what my career could look like once I realized what blockchain can do for, the embetterment of implementing through enterprise companies that I've worked in. I realized sometimes you have to build an education, a forum, to bring people in to learn more and build their interests so they can get the right influence, the right education, and the right people to connect with. And that's sort of where it spiraled into creating Atlanta Blockchain Week, which is our second year.
Why is organizing a conference for Atlanta? Why is that important? I mean, I know Atlanta is known for payments, right?
Yes. Well, Atlanta, people say, oh, we want to be the Silicon Valley of the South. It's not really true. We have a lot here where the fintech, we have a lot of transactions coming through, the Southeast, particularly in Atlanta. We have a lot of huge corporations, NCR, Home Depot, Warner Media, and there's a lot of technology being built, being orchestrated, being designed, and a lot of influence here. Why not amplify what is going on in several, if not a lot of industries in Atlanta, and what they're doing in blockchain and what they're interested in doing, and to help capture that collectively, I thought it would be best to create a South by Southwest, but for the South by Southeast with blockchain, and have amazing people like you come in, create content, create an event driven layout for people to learn more about different topics. And that's what Atlanta Blockchain Week, we have a hackathon, DAP Hacks, which begins and is the flagship for the week. And then we have several different varieties of type of events, whether it's entertainment, regulation, women, diversity, inclusion, from the food industry. We have all kinds of topics that are going to be talked about, going to be discussed, going to be hopefully influenced to those that come and continue those conversations offline following the event.
And regarding the significance of it, I mean, do you think it's kind of important to have people come together and share ideas and what they learned and to really grow the blockchain industries, because it's so new, right? I mean, I feel like we're still at the beginning of that.
I guess where I come at it, distributed technology has been around a long time. Bitcoin, it's still pretty young, but it's been around a while for those OGs out there. And so it's not necessarily something new, but it's how we help get the information to new people. Mm-hmm. And it all comes with the right education, because media, like I said, I have 15 years in media, but media can play a good or a bad role in how you look for or find information. And it can probably seem new because they may not have been looking for it, but they get to the right form of media, they may find it. And it's really just trying to, sort of like I was going back to what Atlanta Blockchain Week is trying to introduce new information as like an edutainment of a week, to where people can come and not feel like they were pushed into something as like a revolution. It's an evolution of their knowledge and why they should start having thoughts behind what they do now and what they can do in the future, whether it's for their education, their career, or for their company.
When is Atlanta Blockchain Week?
When? Technically it starts the 20th, because we have a hackathon, but it is free, so there's no charge. Atlanta Blockchain Week forum events starts the 23rd Monday, this upcoming Monday, and we have events, a variety of events throughout the week, all the way up to Saturday the 28th. And also have an innovation challenge with high schoolers the last day, the last leg of events on the 28th, and you can check that out on atlblockchainweek.com.
So I'm moderating a panel about IXO, which I call IXO because that includes IEO, IXO, STO, IEO, and ICO, and then IDO, and it's just an alternative way of projects to fundraise. There's a lot of regulations around that, so I have a few attorneys who are speaking about how to comply with the SEC and whatnot. So I'm really excited about that because I think, compliance is very important.
No, absolutely. These are things that I'm not really, I hate to say it as a techie, I don't necessarily pay attention to, but it is important, even as a developer, to understand what you're building. And if there is something that you're supporting that may not be in line with what regulators need you to be in line with, and these are important conversations from the experts and those that are in this field to help let people know what are the next steps, who they need to get connected with, and to make sure that their company is starting correctly, because that's really part of the design. It's not the technology design, it's also the infrastructure and the standards that you build.
Yeah, and then there's also a woman one that's focused on women, and I went to that one last year, and I really loved it. I mean, you have the room full, and you have men as well who attended that one, and I really thought it was very important to hear how a few women who were speaking talk about how they were using blockchain, and and they started a company. It's not like there's any affirmative action or anything where they're anything less. They were as knowledgeable as men, in these emerging tech. So I really, really love that that event.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, it goes to my heart. Like I was telling you, when I got into this ecosystem of blockchain, a lot of my friends were like, "What are you doing?" I had a 2-year-old at the time, and why are you wanting to reimagine your career? I was like, because it's never too late, and I want to have a purpose for what I leave for my children, and letting them know it's never too late to evolve your career, just like it's never too late to evolve in technology. And so I like going back to your question. My heart is where the Women Who Code of Atlanta is, because they've been such a good support, and I wanted to build something similar, but to help, connect with allies, because we need men to do that, and for women to feel in a safe place of learning, whether they don't know anything or they know a lot, and be able to share their knowledge and their experience, or to learn from whatever level they're coming in at. And that's where the Women of Blockchain meetup that we have in Atlanta each month, partner with General Assembly. And we, host that as a meetup, and it was very important every year to showcase what women are doing. So it's called Women Who Rock the Block on Wednesday, September 25th during Atlanta Blockchain Week.
And you also have a few new events. For example, the talent one, the artist one. I thought that was really cool because I think culture and art is just so much a part of a movement, right? Because if we look at history, when there are certain critical movements out there that changes society in a little or big way, there's also representation of that in literature, art, sound, right? So I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, you're awesome. Going back to like what I was saying, like there's so much content, but it's finding the right content.
Yeah.
Making sure the right information is out there with the right audience with the right people leading that. And people, for example, like you, have a great background, but a great integrity to what you're trying to share with people, particularly with the show.
Yeah. And also, what is, what is your intent? Like what is that one purpose that you want to actually bring out, to the universe, to the world, about why you're doing this, and like what is really the key message for everyone who is attending?
The key message is that there's always more to learn, And I always say we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. And it starts with the community and coming together as a community and supporting our initiatives, whether it's in blockchain or not. But it's coming together through, what people are doing in blockchain and supporting each other and sharing thoughts, sharing ideas, sharing practical use cases and actually designs that are developed or being created through small businesses to enterprise. And just being able to, orchestrate this was to share that, we're here in Atlanta. We're not going away. We're continuing to move and we're continuing to evolve. And let's do this together. Because that's, like I said, going back to my motto, we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. And I feel like that's where the most success is.
Yeah, and I think it shows that. I mean, of all the conferences I go to and attended, I think Atlanta has the tightest community I've seen. I mean, literally, for Atlanta Blockchain Week, I have someone I met last year who pinged me and say, hey, I'm going to be going to attend Atlanta Blockchain Week. Hopefully I'll see you there. And, and it's kind of good to have those messages because, that's what building community is about, right? It's really about the people. And connecting with different people and sharing that. So I was very touched and excited about that because, I think the Atlanta community, the blockchain community is really so tight, and I love that. With that said, what is that one advice that you would like to provide to the larger community? And it could be about anything. It could be about your work, entrepreneurship as a woman, coding, just anything you wanted to share. What are some wisdom that you wanted to provide to us?
I guess, just as a woman, mid-career, changing my career or direction, just not just in data science and analytics, but then into development, and especially into blockchain. It's never too late to do what you want, but you do have to do the work and you got to show up and you got to prove yourself. Being a mom and then having a day job and then putting on this behemoth of an event takes a lot of work, and it just takes dedication and the right mindset that you're going to have downs, but you're going to have ups, and sometimes you have to wait for those ups. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to set your goals, set your standards, and be okay with some trials, but you'll have some triumphs as well.
And organizing events is no easy job.
No,
I've done that. Oh my gosh. And where could people learn more about Atlanta Blockchain Week? Do you guys have a website?
Yes, we do. You could go to atlblockchainweek.com.
And if people want to reach you, they can just email, find the email on the website, and if they have any questions about Atlanta Blockchain Week, right?
Yes. Feel free to reach out. There's a contact. If you want to volunteer, you get a free pass, free T-shirt to volunteer if you're in the Atlanta area, or if you want to come and you decide, hey, I'd like to volunteer maybe. But there's all kinds of opportunities to get involved, connect with people while you're here. There's a variety of people that will be here. Going back to Michelle, the amazing Michelle. But it'll be, like a great opportunity to, just to be involved, just coming. But feel free to reach out. There's a contact us on our website, atlblockchainweek.com.
Thank you, Angeleen. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing all your work and helping the community. Really.
No, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you here next week.
See you.
So,
I will be there, of course. I'm looking forward to it. I'm preparing, and I'm really excited about it. And I love every single event there. I think it's just really one of the things that I really look forward to. And Atlanta is beautiful and is very diverse. I'm actually the first one. When I went there for the first time, I was just like, wow. It has different people. It's just awesome, and people are more real. And and they remember each other. I think sometimes when you're in the valley, it's just really something that we lack and inspired to be more of, or at least me personally.
Yep. No, I agree.
Thank you for your time, Angeleen. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, see you next week.
Okay,
right,
bye-bye.